G'day guys, my name's Zinc and welcome to my Minecraft Let's Play series. This is episode 33. I have a new favourite thing to do in the whole world. Let me tell you a little story. So first of all, after last week's episode, I became aware that as I walked around my little town, there were piggies everywhere. And they were all named after my friends and my subscribers and things. And I became instantly anxious about where you all were in my world. Pigs were disappearing and things. So I decided that how could I make the pigs that I love, the ones that are special to me, stand out a little bit more? And so I came up with an answer. And that was to put saddles on them. Now the other great thing about having saddles on them. Number one is, if you have one of these, a carrot on a stick, this animation pack is just the best. Oh, Triss, I'm so sorry for what I'm about to do. But, look, it has to be done, because the only thing better than seeing you all around my world and getting to have some friends around is to hop onto each one of you and make you carry me around my kingdom. Look at the face on it. Get off, Zinkberg. Get off. You're so heavy. Stop. That one. All right, Triss. You go and roam with the other piggies. What have I been doing this week? Well, I've been doing lots of bits and pieces around my world. So let me show you. So places like up here, I was hoping to make it further up there. We can walk. We have legs. So up here I've tidied up this sort of walkway up into the castle. I've purely just sort of, put some stone around and some smooth stone and things like that, gone around and sort of tidied up the gardens and put down sort of nice square parts. I'll put things in here, I'm not sure what yet, but yeah, just done some sort of, we have a new free cam that changes my character's skin, but it's not as cumbersome as the other one is. So yeah, just to tidy up these little pathways and things like that here and around here and things like that were looking a little messy, now look a lot nicer. I think they're sort of more more tidy and things, and I think more fitting for a castle of this sort of size and this sort of grandeur. Just gone around and done things. I added, let's have a look over here. I'll land on this building. This is a good one. I added another spire to the castle up over here. I thought it was looking a little uneven, and I really, since I first did this build, I always wanted a little walkway that came across here from here to here, and it never seemed to work for me. It never sort of matched up or lined up, and I had it sitting there for ages, and I thought, well, the best way to do it, if I put a spire here, that spire can sit exactly the same distance out as this one, and it solves my problem. It allows me to build a little walkway across. There's still nothing in these or anything. I think they're just for show, but yeah, I like the way it turned out, and I think it added to this side of the castle. I think it sort of put it together a little bit more. I also extended the wheat fields down here by the words are escaping me today, by the windmill. I still haven't done the interior there. I've got to remember to do that. So now there's more wheat fields that will be, that thing I was saying last week about the windmill is there to grind the wheat. So there's a pathway that walks up and comes through all of this. I did have a an add-on that was for taller wheat fields, and it looks really good, but it ruined my flowers, so I can't have that. Oh, the bed's still there. No, I'll leave it there because I've got more to do over here. This doorway gets used more than any doorway in my kingdom. I think it's really funny. I'll just have a sleep. Okay, so what I want to show you, the one thing I did have a good crack at this week was I have decided, so I have always had this nether portal, right, that comes up to here, and it always annoyed me that it was just nothing, so I've made a bit of a start on my nether portal room and transportation. So so a couple of things. Number one, most of these other portals that are here all lead to the place down, the one down in the old part of the village, which is funny to me, or two of them do. One of them leads across the river. I've just gone with some different coloured sort of lit up blocks and things. This texture pack I have lights up ore, so the gold one sort of worked over there, so that I can just easily tell that this is where the castle is the red one. Now the thought process for here, and the reason why this is partly done, is that I had this great plan for here, and what I wanted was to use this crimson whoosy what's it as sort of a pathway through, and I think that comes up really nice. And then I was going to lay glass over the top of the whole thing. The over here was going to be polished deep slate and then glass over the top of that here as well. A couple of problems. Number one, I created the second best magma cube farm that I've ever had by doing that, because they can spawn, I didn't know they can spawn on glass. So this place was just constantly, I was battling them off and fighting them. So I decided to go with half slabs here being the quartz. This still gives me the reflection that I was after, and that was the whole point of what I was doing. I wanted the reflection. Added some froggy cubes up around here from the frog farm, which is now running a little dry, particularly of the purple ones. And then the rest of everything I do as far as traveling and things is all off in the distance. There are through most of these doorways somewhere there is a portal, and yeah, I was going to say, and then I'm going to show them all the directions that there aren't any. And all I had down were something that I haven't put down for that one, but I had all these signs, so particularly around here, that sort of said, you know, like bamboo is that way, and the frog farm is over here, and the industrial area is somewhere over there. And there you go, magma cube, see? And they spawn on the roof. Yeah, I was going to say they spawn on the roof. There you go. And so I was coming out and I was flying out to the thing and flying back. And one of the things I've always loved doing, the very first video I ever posted was of my roller coaster. I love traveling by cart in this game. I think it's really fun. I guess because I'm partially lazy. I think some of that comes from WoW. World of Warcraft. In World of Warcraft there are flight paths, and you can get on a flight path, you pay your money, and off you go, and then you arrive at your destination, which is normally close to where you want to be. While that's going on, you can go to the kitchen, grab a drink, you can do whatever you want to do. So I came up with, a while ago, I came up with this little thing. Well, I didn't come up with it, I used someone else's plan, but it was so long ago I can't remember whose it is, and I don't want to give credit to the wrong person. And that is these little transportation sort of networks. So if I want to go to the skeleton farm, I just hop in here, I give a little push at the start, and I'm off. And I get to sit here, and I don't have to do anything. And okay, that's a bit lazy. I could get in a boat, and this would be far quicker if I was on ice. But with this, I get to, if I want to go to somewhere, I can just get in, essentially do that thing, click a button, and off I go. These are set up with automatic there is a problem with it, of course, which now everything spawns here, including ghasts that spawn on top of my thing over there, so I'll have to fix that a little bit. So these are set up with the cactuses here, the cacti. The whole plan behind the cacti there is that when your minecart comes up, it hits the cacti and then it disappears into the hoppers, which then feed back into this dispenser here. Which I don't think I can click on without, anyway, just trust me, there are minecarts inside there. And then if you want to go back, this is the skeleton farm here. This is the only one I've completed. And then if you want to go back, you click it again, in you hop, and you give a little push, and off you go. And that's it. And you're back to where you started. So my plan is, although after doing this one, I'm sort of rethinking the amount of work involved in doing this everywhere, but I would like to, is to build all of these up around the areas where I want to go. As I said, it's not the fastest. It's purely there so that while I'm doing that thing of transporting, like out to where Eggberg's house is, which is quite a way away, or the thank you balloons, which is a long way away, that I can just hop into my cart and off I go. As I say, it's lazy, but it's fine. I'm happy with that. So that's my plan. These will have two per area, and they will all go out to different locations and things. So that's the plan. The other thing I wanted to quickly talk about was my plan for Season 2, and I had given it some hype previously on the channel. And I want to be straight up with you guys. So one of the reasons I want to do a Season 2, and I want to do it quickly, is the original idea for this world, as well as the things that I've already talked about multiple times, was to learn how to do this, learn how to do the YouTube thing, and see if I could do the YouTube thing. And I feel like I've got a lot better at it. If you dare to go back and watch episode 1, it's horrendous. It's so hard to watch. And therein lies a bit of a problem, because a lot of the people who find my channel are going to the most recent episode and thinking, oh, I'll go back and catch up on what's back there, looking at episode 1 and then never making it to episode 2 because it's just so bad. So my idea was that if I could get to Season 2 in a reasonable sort of way and a reasonable sort of speed, that would give me a clean slate, somewhere to start from, that then people might not need to go back to that episode 1 anymore. They would go back to episode 1 of Season 2 instead, to sort of catch up. So that's still my plan. However, I have thought about it, and I feel like I would really like to do more. If you guys have a feeling of what you think of all of that, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on all of this. So I can just go about my business and keep on going and keep on building and doing things in this world, or the other option is to move on and head to Season 2, not straight away, but sooner rather than later. Let me know what you think, and we can have a discussion about it and sort of work out what to do. Guys, thank you again for all your support. You got to have an extra video of me this week, and again, I thank you for the 500 subscribers. It's just still mind-blowing to me. I'm still so happy about it. Feels so good. Thank you for all your support. I love you guys to death, and you just mean the world to me. I will see you next week, next Saturday. I have an extra day off this week, an extra long weekend, so I might have a chance to get some serious building done, which would be really nice. And I will catch you next Saturday, guys. Have a great one, and I'll catch you next week. Bye.